Resuming where we left off in part 1, this is part 2 of Lab 22, Configuring System Recovery Options. So from where we left off in part 1, my backup has completed after another half hour from where we left off in the last video. So the next steps to click close, then click the start button and hover the mouse over the right corner of the screen to display the charms flyout. Really, I think you only have to go over to the bottom right hand corner to get the charms flyout. And click settings, change PC settings, if you haven't been in the menu before, you'll see the sliders. We want update and recovery. Which I can't tell which one it is with that in the way. There it is. I don't have a touch screen, so I can't get that off of my screen, the tutorial. So update and recovery, and then select recovery. And then under the advanced startup, click restart now. Since I had pending Windows updates, those will happen before it reboots. So after it reboots, it'll display the choose an option screen. And then we'll click troubleshoot. Advanced options. System image recovery. It'll reboot again, and the system image recovery screen should appear. Select an admin account. The book says Oliver Cox, but on my client C, apparently this one doesn't have that account. So I'm going to use student. And supply the password. If you have the Oliver Cox account on yours, go ahead and use the Oliver Cox account. But any admin account that's listed there should work. You just have to supply the password for it. The reimage your computer wizard appears. And then take a screenshot of the re-image your computer wizard by pressing the Alt Print screen and paste it into a lab worksheet. It's showing you already where it found the latest image. Leave that and click Next. Click Next again to accept the default options. Review the selected re-image parameters and click Finish. And then click Yes to confirm your selection. The system should then restore the image and restart. That's the end of exercise 22.3. The next section is the lab challenge. I'm not grading, but you can feel free to do that if you want to try to see how it works. But I won't be grading it with the Lab 22 worksheet. So this time, if you've answered all your questions, you can submit your Lab 22 worksheet to through Blackboard. So a couple of things to keep in mind while this is still restoring. If you do use the Open Lab for doing any of your virtual machines, they do not have an unfrozen hard drive on any of the computers available in the Open Lab that have VMware Workstation. So you'll need to make sure you have a USB hard drive with enough space to store your virtual machines to copy them back and forth to and from the machine. The frozen hard drives that have deep freeze, I believe there's just a single hard drive in those machines, do have enough space to run multiple virtual machines, but you will have to copy your virtual machines back to your USB drive when you're done using them. Don't leave them on the machines and expect they'll be there. Only the 4803B lab computers have the ability to save on a volume that's unfrozen, and that's the E volume. And I want to remind you to watch the video if you're thinking of taking any CSIT classes next semester. There's a video listed for an overview of the CSIT classes in the videos section of the Blackboard course. If you can review that video, it'll give you a brief overview of the CSIT classes that will be available for the next semester. The restore process can take anywhere from a half an hour to an hour, depending on how fast the hard drive is on the computer you're using. So I won't make you sit through the whole process. We've done everything that's on the sheet for the lab. So this concludes the video for Lab 22, part 2. Thank you.